Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Easy.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please make sure to go watch my videos, like them, and subscribe. So we'll get right to it. So you're a senior in high school, you are a freshman in college looking to transfer, and you see Georgia Southern. But wait, I don't know anything about Georgia Southern. What do I need to know? Well, that's what I am here to tell you guys. So I go to Georgia Southern University in Statesboro, Georgia. I go to Georgia Southern University in Statesboro, Georgia. I am in my second year, about to be done with my second year. Yay! I'm gonna tell you guys how my experiences have been, what you need to know before you apply here, and just things along that line. I think the one everybody's looking forward to are dorms, first year dorms. Okay, so here at Georgia Southern, there are so many on-campus housing. And the way to pick your on-campus housing depends on, first off, how much you're willing to pay. I can already tell you Centennial Place and Freedom's Landing are like the two most expensive on-campus housing, and that depends on the room that you pick, because there are rooms where you share with the person, there are rooms where you have your own room and it's suite style, there's rooms where it's an apartment style and you guys have a kitchen, the living room and everything, and 4 bedrooms, like everything. So make sure you look at the on-campus housing, check the layout of each room to make sure you know which one you want to get and how much you're willing to pay for the accommodations. So I stayed in Eagle Village my freshman year, and now I'm staying in Centennial Place my sophomore year. Eagle Village, it was a 4-bedroom dorm, and we had a suite style, so we had a living room and a kitchenette, not a kitchen. So yeah, the beds were twin size. I'm sure any college you go to expect twin size beds, but if you're living in Centennial like I am this year, and it's an apartment style, so we have a full-size kitchen, I have a double-size bed, so it's a full-size bed and it's big and everything. So yeah, and most freshmen, well, every freshman is required to live on campus, but there's like limited space for upperclassmen on campus housing. So yeah, just make sure to check out the housing page on the Georgia Southern website, look at the layout of each room, make sure you know what you want, and yes. The second thing is transportation. So Georgia Southern is, like when you first come on campus, it seems really huge and everything. That's what I thought too when I first got here. But when you know your layout, you figure out like everything is really close to each other. But you only have 15 minutes to get to each class, and sometimes you might have class on one side of the school and your next class is at the other end. So one thing that I recommend having is a bike. Lots of people have bikes here on campus, and it's actually really fast to get to class. Just don't do it 5 minutes before class. But yeah, people use bikes. I use the bike. They have people use skateboards. Other people, like, you can have your car, but Georgia Southern is small enough that like you might need your car to drive onto campus, but you're just gonna park it and walk anyways. So it's really not useful. And walking, everyone walks. Like you can get from point A to point B in 15 minutes. If you don't like stop and talk to anyone, you can get there in 15 minutes. And then we also have buses, actually. The buses are a funny thing. If you have time to spare and you don't feel like walking, you can take the bus. If you, like, everyone tries to get on the bus immediately it comes around, and especially when classes are changing, that's when you see everyone trying to get on the bus, so they are so packed. If you know you need to be on that bus at that moment, you better make sure you get yourself onto the bus, because I guarantee you there is a seat somewhere. It's just people for some reason don't like to sit next to each other. So like someone will sit here, they'll leave a seat in the middle, someone will sit there, and then next person gets on the bus, they don't want to sit there, so they stand, and then like everywhere gets like clustered, and like it seems like there's no space, but there's really space. So sometimes you just need to be like, hey, excuse me, can I go behind you right there? Yeah, there's a seat there. Anyways, I need to get on this bus. So sometimes you find yourself doing that, and it's honestly okay. And the buses can be slow sometimes, so if you really need to be somewhere, don't take the bus. Like, run or ride your bike. But sometimes the buses will get you there on time, but just don't count on it. The second thing is distance, like distance from everything else. Statesboro is 45 minutes away from Savannah. It's a city, and so they have a lot of shopping malls. They're close to the beach. It's like 30 minutes more driving. You can get to the beach. If you want to go to the city and enjoy city life, like go to the beach or like a weekend getaway, you can go to Savannah. But we are 4 hours away from Atlanta, which is the capital of Georgia? Yes. Yes, we are 4 hours away from Atlanta, so unless you do have a car, then you probably won't be going to Atlanta that often. But we are 45 minutes away from Savannah, so I think that'll be fine. Community and clubs. Georgia Southern has they have lots and lots of clubs and organizations, and if there's not one that you like or you haven't seen one that you connect with, you can make your own. I'm a part of ASA, African Students Association, and I'm also part of International Club. I'm part of Southern Leaders. It's a leadership program. There are so many opportunities for clubs and things for people to join, so you shouldn't feel like there's one missing, and if there is one missing for you, then you can go ahead and create it. International students. Georgia Southern loves international students. I don't know what it is, but for some reason other colleges, it's not so easy for international students to get in, but when Georgia Southern is super, scratch that. I don't want to say super easy, but they make it really efficient. But it's really helpful for international students because they offer scholarships for international students. So I know a majority of my friends go, they are international students, and they do go here because they got the highest amount of scholarships from this school, which is why they go here now. So they're really good with scholarships for international students. They're really good with helping international students come here and learn. And also study abroad. Study abroad programs are also there if you are you're not an international student and you want to go abroad. There's so many study abroad programs. And then now that they've consolidated with Armstrong, oh, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, we're Georgia Southern / Armstrong now. But anyways, so we have an Armstrong campus down in Savannah. So if you actually don't want to stay in Statesboro and you want to be in Savannah instead, you can go to the Armstrong campus. I don't know how exactly that works, but I'm sure there's housing options for Savannah as well now. But what was I saying? Oh. But yeah, so you can also get study abroad opportunities from the main Georgia Southern campus and study abroad opportunities from the Armstrong campus. So either or you can do. And as well as majors, you can, if they don't have your major at Georgia Southern campus, they can have your major at Armstrong campus. So you can do either or, which is probably really good for some people. So the next one is Sports Live. Georgia Southern is really big on, it's a really big football campus. So when it's football season time, everybody is going to the football games. The vibe for the football games are so high. Even if you don't understand anything about football, I promise you will have a good time. And there's always parties afterwards. And yeah, people you'll see people walking around Georgia campus in oversized t-shirts and shorts, but then when it comes to football games, they go all out and they dress up. So they're really big on sports. And our basketball team is actually really good, but I've never been to a basketball game, so you can't quote me on that. Jobs. There are so many opportunities for on-campus jobs. Just every place where you can have workers, there's always an opportunity for student workers. And they work with your schedule, so you can only work a certain, I think it's 20 hours a week if you're a student. well, you have to be a student, but you can only work 20 hours a week, and they work around your schedule. So they're really good with on-campus jobs. The dining. So we have 2 dining opportunities. We have Dining Commons dining, and we have Lakeside dining. And Lakeside is smaller than Dining Commons, but it's in the middle of campus. So if you're on your way in between classes and you just want to stop by and grab something to eat, you go to Lakeside. If you're done with classes, or like you're coming out of your room and you want to go eat, Landrum is the one that you go to, and Landrum is Dining Commons, by the way, I'm sorry. But Landrum is the one that you go to, and it's open. It's open the longest. Lakeside closes at like, I think, I don't know when Lakeside closes, but on Fridays Lakeside closes at 2, whereas Landrum is open Monday through Sunday up until like 10 or 11, sometimes 9. The food is cafeteria food. The food is good, honestly. Like, there's a section where you can get steak, however you want it made, different types of steak, whether you want fish, shrimp. Sometimes they have kebabs as well. All day breakfast station, and there's Traditions, which always has like different things every time. Sometimes they'll have like Korean food, sometimes they'll have like country food. There's so many different things to eat, but obviously with all on-campus dining, you get tired, and you get tired of eating it all the time, especially if you have like the unlimited plan where you come in anytime you want. So there's that. But we also have Chick-fil-A on campus, Starbucks on campus. We have a Boar's Head on campus, which is a Georgia Southern thing. We have Union Deli on campus if you want sandwiches. There's a Zaxby's right there if you want to eat Zaxby's. And most of these things take dining dollars. Dining dollars come with your meal plan. So if you have unlimited blue or gold, you get dining dollars. If you get Eagle Express, which is like just putting money onto a card, you can use Eagle Express almost anywhere, even around Statesboro. They have Eagle Express opportunities. So yeah, if you're ever tired of Dining Commons food or Lakeside food, there's always other places you can go to eat. Lastly, what I can say about Georgia Southern is, it is what you make it. If you're constantly in your room, if you're not looking for extracurricular activities, if you're not going out to like meeting new people, making friends, then you're not gonna like it. But that's the same with every other college. It's what you make it, to be honest. And when you find your people, when you find your niche, you find your group, it's like you don't even have to worry about anything anymore. You don't feel so alone, or you don't feel like there's nothing to do because there's always someone to hang out with. And if you guys do feel bored, then like together you guys can go out and do things. So like I said, college is what you make it, and honestly I think Georgia Southern is for me. I wouldn't transfer if I was given the opportunity. I've made too many memories here. I've done too many things I'm in too many things to just uproot myself now. And I wouldn't change it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. If you like it, make sure you hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel. If there's anything that I said, because I know there are Georgia Southern students that are gonna watch this, if there's anything that I said that you don't agree with or I forgot to mention, please put it down in the comments below. Yeah, hopefully I wasn't too biased about my opinions about Georgia Southern. As you can tell, I like my school. I wouldn't transfer like I said. But anyway, bye guys.